everyone, this is Dr. Crystal Mayberry, Behavioral Health Consultant at HealthPoint Midway. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about resilience. So resilience is defined as the process of adapting well in response to stressors. So stressors can include things like trauma, tragedy, or other significant sources of stress like finances, work, family, and even our health, which may be a little more applicable right now given the COVID-19 pandemic. So resilience is important because it helps us to navigate stressful times. It shows us that there are things we can control and that we can grow and modify so that these stressors do not determine the outcome of our lives. Not only does it help us get through the challenging time, but it empowers us to grow and change, which can have a positive impact on the rest of our lives. And I also wanted to let you know that resilience is not the absence of distress or the absence of discomfort. In fact, often the process of resilience and part of the growth that comes with it can involve some distress and discomfort. And the other thing to know about resilience is that it can be worked on. It's not something inherent, something that you're born with, something that some people have and other people don't. It involves our behaviors, our thoughts, our actions, and just like building a muscle, we can build resilience with intention, effort, consistency, and time. And so, as with many things, resilience does have multiple components to it. And so today I'm going to focus on the cognitive component, or the part where we're focusing on our thoughts. Some of the other parts involved in resilience has to do with our social connections and social support, our physical and emotional wellness, so doing things that keep us physically fit and also mentally fit, like mindfulness, meditation, things like that. And then also pieces of having self-compassion, seeking help, and also helping others as you're able to. But when it comes to the cognitive portion or the thought portion, it's important for us to embrace healthy thoughts and to work on the way that we think about things, because the way that we think about things affects how we feel and also the things that we do, and vice versa. So one main thing is to keep things in perspective and to avoid what-ifs. Especially right now amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, it's important for us to stay informed, but to not obsess. We can make sure that we're paying attention to what we're thinking and be aware of our own thoughts. So if you feel overwhelmed or you start to worst case scenario, notice that and remind yourself that there are things that you can control and that these thoughts are not an indication of how the future will go. And then when it comes to what ifs, sometimes those things help us plan for what we can, and other times they can be a part of predicting the future or catastrophizing. And so that's when it's important for us to remember that worrying about something doesn't change tomorrow or change what's going to come, but it can make us feel distress or discomfort today. And another thing that we can do is accept change. So change is a part of life. And so when we accept that change is inherent to our lives, it can help us modify our goals and plans in light of the changing circumstances. So it creates a space for us to acknowledge that there are certain things that may no longer be possible, so that then we can put our energy into the things that are possible. And then the last thing would be to maintain a hopeful outlook. So of course it can be hard to be positive when life's not going your way. And so it's important that we remember that life is always changing, and then that how things are now is not necessarily how they will always be. And so I hope that you can take some of these ideas and work on how you're thinking about things to help you feel better and to feel like you're building resilience in the face of many stressors in your life, and especially right now during the COVID-19 pandemic. And then I also hope that you can take a look at some of the videos from my colleagues so you can learn some more about those other components like your physical wellness, your emotional wellness, staying connected, having self-compassion, reaching out to others, and also seeking help. And definitely feel free to share this video or any of the other videos with people in your life if you think that they could be helpful in them as we all navigate this changing world that we're living in right now. Thanks. Be well.